G'day everybody. I wanted to do a video on what to do when you get a parabolic move. Of course, we've all had them, especially if you're around in 2017, especially the last couple of months. We have seen some amazing moves. And it comes down to the question of what are you happy with and what's going to affect your mentality the worst. And if I just show you a trade that I've exited a little bit of here on ONE against Tether. Now, if I show you, this was my entry, here's my stop, and today it's had a really strong move. So we're talking about a big move here, 7.67%. Now, for me, I haven't scaled out of this. I'd moved my stop loss to here, and it's raced off heavy today. Now, what you're faced with in these scenarios is there's no real place above here. I mean, you could get tied up into here, but still, I mean, let's look at the figure that I'm leaving on the table. It's still 33%. On a spot trade, that's a lot. So if that's 10,000, that's 3,300 I'm leaving behind. So what I want you to think about when you are in these circumstances is what's going to hurt you less. If you were to sell everything here and then it was to go on to do a far greater move, you know, it was to go on and hit up here where you'd have a 100x type move or whatever it may be on your risk multiple, of course. How's that going to make you feel? The second scenario to consider is if I sold half of my position here and keep my stop even tight right here, I'm losing 33% of that half of a position. How's that going to make me feel? Am I going to be happier in that scenario if it does come back after closing a WOD up here and being very satisfied with a very large profit if it does come back? It's a real conundrum that we will face, and you all, if you haven't already, you will face it. The answer to the question that I turn to is what keeps my mental state in its best place. And what I mean by that is what will hurt me the least. If I was to close out everything now and it goes on and does another, 100%, let's say, just for example's purpose from where we are right now, am I going to be satisfied with the profit that I locked in? If I close half the position and obviously I haven't scaled out and it comes back, I've locked in good profit and it stops me out here. So I'll probably have about, 5%, 5.5%. So that's, if I risk 1,000, that's 5.5 grand, whatever the number or multiple may be of your risk, of course. Is that okay with me? Or am I okay leaving the whole thing on and crossing my fingers and hoping I get a humongous move? And it happens in crypto. So I wanted to do this video to give you some of the thought process behind how I manage a trade when it does go parabolic. It's a 24% move, and at one stage today it was up 30 odd percent, if I'm correct there. It was up 37%. Now, I'm not trading on small amounts, so that 37%, it's a large amount of money. And yeah, naturally, I want to lock some in. What I have done, here's the big one, is I've closed out half of the position up here. And that means that I've locked in 50% of my position at a gain of, call it 58%. I'm happy now. I'm very comfortable with my stop where it is, and I'll probably move it from here to here to get a bit tighter. I'm happy to leave it there because I know I've got a great profit, but I also know what crypto can do. Crypto can go absolutely parabolic. This could go on to being, so much larger than what it is right now. We could be up here in 2 days. That's the beauty of the space. But in the same respect, we've got to monitor and manage our own capacity in our minds as to what we see as being comfortable for ourselves. Not what anyone else thinks, not what Twitter thinks, not what, hey, what do you think of this? It doesn't matter. What I'm looking at here is what am I comfortable with? I've closed half the position. I'll move my stop loss. I'll do that right after I do this video. And you've got to be comfortable with the decisions you've made. You've got to hang in there. You've got to do what you've got to do. You've also got to let your profits run. It can be difficult in crypto because we don't often see these beautiful higher lows and higher highs. Take ERD, for example. What an absolutely huge move it's had. What do you do in those cases? Well, that's what this video is entirely about. Guys, trade well. There's some big profits out there right now. Bitcoin continues to hold above 10,000. I hope we close above, and let's see what comes. But that's a little bit of an inkling as to what I do when I get a very, very strong move, and I hope it helps you. Take care, guys, and lock in those profits when you can. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.